people who
Meeting
have joined.
recording has started.
Good to know. So thanks to everyone on the call that has joined. As you all know, we're going to do an update on IP Office, and I'll hand over to Hamza, who is one of our experts for the mid-market. You can ask any questions, and you can reach out to myself or Hamza following the session. Today's session will be the update on IP Office, and tomorrow we'll have an update session on IP Office subscriptions as well as Centrum. So Hamza, thank you for your time. Thank you for getting up early. We appreciate your support and good luck.
Okay. Hi everyone. Good morning. I'm glad to be with you today, and thank you for joining today our mid-market session, and thank you for being loyal for Avaya at all the time, bad time and good time. Thank you very much. And I'm Hamza Al-Wahbani. I'm the mid-market and Centrum Solutions channel lead in the Middle East, Africa, and Turkey. Today I'm going to take you through all the solutions provided by Avaya for the mid-market and SMB customers. Okay. This our agenda today. We are going to talk about the IP Office platforms and editions. We will give you an overview about them, what's the differences between all the platforms in terms of capacity, limitations, features, and applications, the mobility and Avaya IX workplace. After that, the conferencing, the audio conferencing, and the video conferencing. We will talk about that, how we can enable them for mid-market and SMB. And we will go through the media manager, which is the call recording coming with the mid-market. And we will talk a little bit and about the two kind of contact centers in mid-market, about the ACR, which is the basic, and about the advanced contact center, which Avaya Contact Center Select CCaaS. On top of that, we'll talk about some ideas about WFO and Avaya Aura Experience Portal attached with CCaaS. So subscription will be tomorrow, not today, and I will go through the IB endpoint, the endpoint in Avaya in terms of phones, video phones, cameras, headset, all these kinds which supported in mid-market solution. And tomorrow as well, we are going to talk about the Centrum applications, which related to the call billing, to the click to call, to the callback manager, to customer survey application, to CRM connector and pub screen, to the social media connector, for the chatbot, which is the virtual agent. We will talk about the bus tracking, fleet management. We will talk about the customer engagement portal and how we Avaya over the customer fully system can be integrated with all these applications. Plus demo for tomorrow. Okay. Let me give you some ideas about today business transformation. Today, most of the customer looking for what they are not going to invest with company with transformation. And if your customer not focus on this, just go and open this discussion for him. So today, most of the customer looking for how they can add employee easily in the future for the same solutions on premise, or they can move to the cloud. How they can add the mobility today or tomorrow just by adding the license and be on the road, answer and pick up and handle all the calls where he go and by using any device. And they are looking for the system accept hybrid system for old companies, for new companies, not just only IB. How they can add multiple locations, and how they should be ready for future integration. They are looking for system can support fully integration with other back-end system, with customer applications, and with social media, with website, as well as some of the companies considering the customer experience, the contact center, as well as how they can balance the workforce during the seasons, so they can increase or decrease. That's which we can deliver it by the subscription module. as well as they are looking today for some of them related to looking for remote workforce, some people working remotely from anywhere, especially with during these days due COVID-19, as well as some of these customers asking for hosted business applications. They ask you how I can host your applications on somewhere. We are ready for that and easy to do business. So as a partner today, when you go to the customers, usually you are going to meet three kind of buyers. Maybe you are going to to meet the CEO managers like this level, or IT buyers, or a lot of business buyers. In CEO, most of them thinking about how they can grow their business, how they can save the money, how the future our solutions will prove that, how he can improve the productivity, how he can speed to the market. That's Avaya today can deliver and address all these needs during the mid-market solutions. And if you go to the IT buyers, most of them thinking about how the system is easy to manage, easy to implement a hybrid system, how he can integrate with his system on with his hat he have, how he can add the mobility and secure mobility. When you go to talk with LOB, they most of them will talk about how Avaya can address the customer satisfaction, improve the customer satisfaction, how he can use it, not how to build it, how he can expand the customer base, get more customers, reach to the more customer. This is kind of discussions today in Avaya mid-market solutions we can deliver them. I will go with you, I will take you through today and tomorrow, and I will prove for you how we can address all these points, starting from hybrid system until we reach to the customer satisfaction and contact center and fully integrated solutions. Then let me take you one by one. We will start with mid-market core system today. The name is IB Office, as most of you know. IB Office today is the core system, which is the telephony system, which is the UC system, which is the mobility system, as well as it's the video conference coming connected with that. With IB Office today, there is a two kind of contact center. We'll talk about them. IB Office today can be on cloud or can be on premise. It can be CapEx or it can be OpEx subscription or on premise, as well as there is a lot of endpoints can be connected with IB Office. So today, the IB Office as a core business support the call recording. We'll go through that. Support high availability, multi-site, up to 3,000 users, and fully SDK open, and mobility, video, voice, chat, artificial intelligence. Plus the IB Office today will support up to 150 branch can be connected together to the head office as a one centralized system. Plus support the system is fully hybrid and coming with 500 voicemail boards, which can be used for call recording or for auto attend or for the integration with IVR, and as well as coming with 512 conference port. That means every single extension in IB Office can do conference call, audio conference call up to 64, and total number of conference calls inside the IB Office can be reached up to 512 board. Then as well as plus on top of all of that, today IB Office users can be integrated with third-party applications like Google application, like Office 365, Microsoft Link, Outlook, Salesforce. We will talk about that later. And as well as we can support, we can deliver, and we can connect multiple sites in different geographics. And even the management for whole system, 3,000 extensions, 150 branch with all these capacities can be centralized, managed by web-based application, by application or by web portal. So the IT staff they can log into the web portal, and they can manage the system, the voice over IP users, voicemail, routing, trunks, groups, web, fully web. Okay. For the editions today, we have a lot. We have like a 5 editions with IP Office. Depend on what? Depend on the number of trunks, depend on the number of extensions, depend on the voicemail and number of auto attend board, number of voicemail boards, depend on the mobility, depend on the number of sites, depend on the conferencing, ad hoc or meet me, and depend on the high availability and storage. We will go through all of that. So today in IP Office, we have a basic edition, we have an essential edition, we have a preferred edition. These 3 editions coming with the IP Office 500 V2 gateway, which is the gateway of IP Office, which is mandatory to get that gateway from Avaya. The difference between them, it's number of extensions. For example, in the basic, we can reach up to 100, and essential and preferred, we can reach up to 384. Number of trunk in the basic, 64. In essential, we can reach up to 204 analog trunk and 128 SIP trunk, and preferred the same. In terms of call recording, only the preferred will support the call recording. In terms of mobility and soft phone, Avaya iX Workplace, the soft phone, we'll talk about it, only the preferred edition. In terms of multi-sites, essential can support multi-site up to 32 site, basic cannot support, preferred can support multi-site up to 32. But the difference between the essential and preferred, in the preferred we can build high availability between 2 sites, but in essential only we can connect between 32 sites to make voice over IP desk to desk dialing as a free through the internet. Plus on top of that, the conference in basic we can do conference up to only up to 64. In essential edition we can do up to 128 ad hoc conference, but in preferred we can do up to 128 conference call plus meet me. We'll talk about the meet me features. Then the storage in basic and essential will depend on the SD card, but on the preferred edition, the storage will be on external server or on UC card, depend use. We are going to use the external server as a mandatory server from Avaya, or the partner can provide the server, or we can use the UC card from Avaya for the same purpose. But the difference between where we will use the server in preferred edition and when we are going to use the UC, if the customer asks for call recording, in that case, the only option you have to go is to bring a server, external server, and I will share with you the details of the limitation of that server, specification of that server. But in terms of customer only asking for voicemail pro, for mobility, soft phone, for 1X, for web collaboration, the UC card can used for that purpose. That means with mobility, with 32 site, with IP hybrid system, with voicemail pro, you can use the IP Office 500 V2 with UC card, and that's it, without any external server. Plus, if we talk about the voicemail and the auto attend, in the basic edition and essential edition, we have 2 ports of auto attend for greeting message, and we can increase the ports up to 6 only by adding license. But in the preferred edition, there is a 4 built-in voicemail pro, but we can increase the voicemail ports up to 40. These 40 voicemail ports, we can use it for the greeting message, for access the voicemail, and for the number of concurrent recording calls, because the call recording in preferred edition depend on the number of voicemail ports. So we can say we can say the number of concurrent calls we can record in preferred edition up to 40. Okay, but there is no call recording in essential and basic. With preferred edition, we can add the mobility, which is the Avaya soft phone. The license is power user. That means we can add power user, depend on number of users, up to 384 on UC card or on external server. which we cannot enable it on essential or basic. Then if the customer asking for call recording, asking for voicemail port more than 6 channel, asking for mobility, asking for the high availability, asking for the meet me conference, then the only edition you have to provide it's the preferred edition. So in terms of the customer asking for more than 384 extensions, IB digital hybrid, in that case, we will jump to the server edition and no need to buy the preferred essential basic, just only server edition, which will support up to 2,000 users on single server if that can IB, or it can be support 2,000 hybrid users, digital analog, by adding the IB Office gateway. That means with the main server, we can add IB Office 500 V2, which will support 384. We will add another one, 384, until we reach 2,000 extension of hybrid, of digital or analog. But if in case we are selling only IB phones, that means we need only the server, or it can be virtual machine. This server can be by Avaya, or it can be from the partner. Okay, the server edition will support voicemail ports free too, and we can increase the voicemail ports up to 150, not like the preferred up to 40. We can record calls up to 150 concurrent calls, because number of voicemail ports in server edition we can reach up to 150. Again, in preferred and essential edition, we can connect up to 204 analog trunk and 128 SIP trunk. But in server edition, we can connect up to 250 SIP trunk. And in terms of number of branches, we can connect up to 32 branch to the server edition, the same which we can connect to the preferred edition to 32 branch. Again, the license to connect between the branches in preferred edition and in essential edition, the license name is SCN, networking license. We can add up to 32 license. Every license will allow 4 concurrent calls between 2 IB offices. That means if we need to connect between 2 IB offices, we have to put 1 SCN license in branch A and 1 SCN license in branch 2 to get 4 concurrent voice over IB calls between these 2 branches. And we can increase the number of SCN or voice over IP calls up to 128 by increasing the number of SCN up to 32 in every branch. That's the full limitation. But in server edition, we don't want to buy SCN license, because every server edition license coming with built-in 256 SCN as a free. That means if you would like to connect between 32 branch in server edition, these branches can be IB offices, gateways, or can be small servers, depend on the type of extensions. Because if we have a branch fully IB and SIP trunk, that means we can put a server or virtual machine. But if we have another branch hybrid, that means there is a digital analog and IB mix between them, that means we have to put IB Office 500 V2 there. Then for every branch in server edition, we have to put 1 server edition license. That server edition license in every branch will give you 2 voicemail ports, and it will support up to 250 voice over IP call between all the branches. That's the limitation of server edition. Plus, if you would like to enable the call recording in server edition, not required to add an extra server like the preferred edition. The same server or the same virtual machine can be used for the call recording. Just you have to buy the license of Media Manager. It's 1 license in preferred in server edition. That license will enable the server to record all the incoming calls, all the outgoing calls, and even the calls between the extensions. But how many number of calls we can record on the same time, it's depend on the number of voicemail ports. So in preferred edition, the number of voicemail ports we can reach up to 40 ports. 4 built-in and free coming with the preferred edition license, and we can increase them up to 40. In Surfer Edition, 2 coming with every Surfer Edition license, and we can increase the number of voicemail ports up to 150. And the Surfer Edition support 250 conference call, while in Preferred Edition and Essential Edition, the system will support up to 128 audio conference call for the whole system. In terms of SIP trunk, as I said, the Surfer Edition will support up to 150 SIP trunk. Surfer Edition, by default, when you connect between all the branches or 2 branches, 3 branches, up to 150 branches, by default, the high availability there without any extra cost, without any adding license. Just to put Surfer Edition license in every branch, that means all the branches will be connectivity, and the high availability will be there. Just you have to duplicate the main server. Primary server, secondary server, just duplicate the server, and all the branches will be connected in parallel to both, to the secondary and primary. In that case, if the primary server down, all the extensions, all the phones, all the voicemail all the call flow, the greeting message, all the configuration will be automatic connected to the secondary server without adding any license. Just put Surfer Edition in every location, in the primary and secondary and all the locations. In terms of the customer ask for more than 2,000 extensions, then we can sell the Select Edition, and no need to buy the Surfer Edition. Prefer just only one Select Edition per server. It will open the system to handle 3,000 user, 3,000 extensions. These extensions can be IB, or it can be digital, or it can be analog. If we're talking about fully IB system, that means we need only one server and connect the 3,000 IB phones to one server. But if we are talking about customer asking for hybrid, for TDM, digital analog, in that case, we will add IB Office as a gateway for the Select Edition or the Surfer Edition, and every IB Office gateway will give you 384. If you need more, add another IB Office 500 V2, which will give you more 384 and up to 3,000 extension. That means in the Select Edition, you can reach a hybrid phones up to 3,000 extensions. If these phones only IB or SAP, that means you need only the main server. But if these phones are hybrid, digital, TDM, analog, that means you will add the IB Office gateway to give you 384 port, add more IB offices until you reach the full capacity of 3,000. In terms of SIP trunk, the Select Edition will support up to 1,000 plus SIP trunk. In terms of branches, in Select Edition, we can connect up to 150 branch, 150 gateway, 150 server, 150 city. Okay, but in Surfer Edition and Preferred Edition, we can connect only up to 32. Plus, every Select Edition will give you 2 voicemail ports, and it will give you 256 voice over IP channel port to connect between the branches. That means, for example, if you are connected between, if you have a solution main server and gateway, that means you can do 256 call voice over IP between branch A and B without adding any license. Just by putting the Select Edition license in every gateway and in every branch up to 150, you can reach up to 256 voice over IP call between every 2 branches. And regarding the call recording, just add the license of Media Manager, 1 per system, add to the system. With using the same server, you can record all the incoming calls, outgoing calls, and call between extensions. But how many number of concurrent calls you can record on the same time once you have the Media Manager license? Again, it's depend on the voicemail ports again. Then in Select Edition, we can increase the number of voicemail ports up to 512. something, I'm not remember, 500 plus. Not like the Surfer edition up to 150, not like the preferred edition up to 40. In the select edition, we can increase the number of voicemail boards up to 500 plus. That means you can receive 500 calls on the same time, and all these customers listening to greeting message, all the calls will be recording on the same times. That's the full capacity of select edition. Plus, in select edition, number of conference, the audio conference 512. That means every phone, every single extension can do a conference call up to 64. And so many users doing conference call, the number of conference call within the same system can be reached up to 512 voicemail boards. In terms of number of analog trunks in Surfer edition and select edition, it's depend on the gateway, because every IP office gateway 500v2, it will give you 204 analog trunk. Plus, once you connect between multiple branches in select edition or in Surfer edition, that means, and you just duplicate the main server, one primary, one secondary, and just put the select edition in the primary, select edition license one in the secondary. That's it. You have the full high availability for everything, for every IP extensions, for all the voicemail, for all the step extensions, even for the soft phone, even for the mobility, even if you have a web RTC integration with web portal, all what you did as a configuration with the primary server will be connected automatically to the secondary server in case of fail down. Then in IP Office today, we have 5 editions, starting from the basic to the select edition, and the only difference between them, you have to take care if you go to address a solution for the customer: number of analog trunk, number of SEP trunks, number of extensions, number of voicemail boards, and number of sites connecting, and the mobility and the recording, number of boards for recordings, number of conference call, and the storage. As I said, the storage and the basic will be and essential will be the SD card, and preferred will be the external server or the UC card. In Surfer edition and select edition, we will use the same server. Again, in select edition and preferred edition, the same server will be used for the telephony system, for the UC, for the mobility, for the call recording, for the voicemail bro, for the presence, for the chat, for the instant messaging, for it's all in one server, not required. Just we need to duplicate the server in Surfer edition and select edition if we need to make high availability between them. By the way, I'm giving you another slides. That's for you. I will not go through them. It will give you the whole difference between all the editions. Plus, in every slide here, this is one full slides will give you full details about the basic. This is another slide will give you the full details about the essential edition, all the capacities, everything. And this will give you the full details about the preferred edition and what's the requirement. Just to mention here one important thing: in preferred edition we have two kind, that's mandatory, UC card or external server. UC card, in terms the customer asking for the voicemail bro up to 220 port, and mobile soft phone up to 50, and web collaboration and web RTC. But in terms the customer ask for voicemail boards up to 40, the full capacity. In terms of the customer ask for the full number of 384 mobile user soft phone. In terms of the customer ask for call recording, in that case the UC will not be used. Don't buy the UC card, just buy Avaya server, application server, or you can bring server from your side, from the customer side, and download the application server ISO image. Even for the Surfer edition, I am sharing with you the full details about the Surfer edition. For the select edition, I am sharing with you the full details about the select edition to go through it, and you can share these details with customers in terms of RFB or something like that. And again, as I said, regarding the deployment option, you have the option as a partner for another vendors like HP, like Dell, to use your own servers. Even the customer, he can use own server, or the customer can use the virtual machine. Just get from Avaya the software only and deploy full server edition or full select edition, or even you can deploy the preferred edition. But you need the IP Office 500 v2, the gateway, in only one case, in case of hybrid solution. In that case, for example, if the customer asking for analog trunk or analog extension, analog fax, or digital phones, in that case, the IP Office 500 v2 with cards, it's mandatory. But if we are talking about fully IP system, SIP system, we don't want you to buy IP Office 500 v2, you can go with Avaya server or your server or a customer virtual machine. In Avaya, we have three kinds of server. We have a small server, the old one, which are 230, which will support up to 1000 extension, R230, which are going to support maximum 1000 extensions for server edition or for select edition. And we have the another server which ACB 110 applies, which is not virtualized, which will support you the full server edition or the full select edition. That means this server will support you full 2000 extension or full 3000 extensions, depend on the edition, select or server. But if we are talking about contact center select, we will talk about that. You can sell Avaya ACB 130 appliance, which coming with a built-in virtual machine. This server you can use it for everything. You can use it for server edition or select edition, plus you can use it for Avaya contact center select, plus you can use it for extra integration, or because this server come as a virtual with virtual license, you can divide it up to multiple virtual machines, one for server edition primary, one for secondary, one for SCCS, and one for integration. But the only one will be supported in SCCS, the Profile 5. I am sharing with you all the details about the Profile 5 of ACB 130, which is amazing server, which you can sell it for customer for server edition and integration, or for select edition customer with SCCS and integration. It's one server for all the applications, server edition, primary, secondary, SCCS, and even you can create another virtual machine for Centrum application integrations. Okay, before open the discussions let me finish the hardware part. In terms of high availability and resiliency, we have three kinds of high availability. We have high availability in preferred edition, when you connect between two branches, up to 32 branches. If branch A down, all the IP phones automatic will connect to the branch B. The license required here is the SCN, as I said, or network. You need SCN for every branch, and every SCN will give you up to 4 concurrent calls. If you need to increase the SCN, you can reach up to 128 voice over IP call between two branches, plus high availability between them by the same license SCN. By the SCN license, without high availability or with high availability, what you can do between two branches, you can call between disk to disk remotely, free. You can make conference, you can make paging, you can make hot disking, you can make conferencing, you can make change the breathing, you can make outbound calls from different branches, take the analog trunk or SIP trunk from that branch and call the city there. You can pick up the calls. You can do all these features once you connect between two IP offices by the SCN license with high availability or with high availability. Another kind of resiliency between the two server editions or between the two select edition. Just you need to duplicate the primary server and put the server edition license 1 or select edition license 1 on that secondary server without duplicating any license. Just one server, one license. to get the full high availability between the secondary and primary. So any phones connected to the primary, if the primary down, will be connected automatically to the secondary. Even if you have some phones connected to the secondary, if the secondary down, it will be connected to the primary. If you have some phones in the branch and this branch connected to the main primary server, if the main primary server down, this branch will be connected automatically to the secondary server to stay connected and doing the calls. Even if you have IPoffice 500 v2, the IPoffice 500 v2 connected to the primary, and in case the primary down, still it will connect it to the secondary server. This all kind of high availability between primary, secondary, between branch and primary, secondary, between IPoffice 500 v2. Sometimes even if we are using the analog trunk connected to the IPoffice 500 v2, if the primary down, still all the phones will connect it to the secondary and they will use the analog trunk from the IPoffice, because as you see, IPoffice connected to both, to the primary and secondary. So if the primary down, the IPoffice gateway and everything connected to the IPoffice 500 v2 as a gateway, IP phones, digital phones, analog trunk will be connected automatic to the secondary server. The only case, if the IPoffice 500 v2 down, power failure or anything TDM, analog phones, analog trunks will be down, because we don't have, and as a technology, there is no high availability for TDM, for analog or digital technology. Okay, and you can, the high availability will support the IP phones, the SIP phones, the voicemail, the 1X, the soft phone, the hand to groups, the incoming call routing, the configuration, the trunks on IPoffice, the ARS, the routing technology. Even if there is a web RTC integration with web portal, web RTC, will talk about it. Primary server will handle all these as a backup, active. Even if there is a call between two extensions and the primary down, this call active will stay active without any disturbing. The last point before open the discussions, today with Avaya IPoffice preferred edition or select edition or server edition or select edition, we can connect SIP trunk. As I said, in preferred and essential edition, we can connect up to 128 SIP trunk. In server edition, up to 150. In select edition, up to 500. And we can connect this SIP trunk direct to the IPoffice, to the gateway or to the server, direct, any kind of middleware. But in case the customer asking for secure the SIP trunk, in that case, please offer him the SBC, Session Border Controller, which the first purpose of Session Border Controller to secure the SIP trunk. Otherwise, we are not responsible, Mr. Customer, for hacking. If someone hack your system and doing international call, and the bill will come to you, you don't come to us. But if you would like to protect your SIP trunk, please add the Session Border Controller to your system, so the SIP trunk will connect to the SBC on the public and connected to the IPoffice to secure the SIP trunk. This is the purpose one of a Session Border Controller. The another use of Session Border Controller to be used to secure the remote endpoint. In case the customer will use phones remote from warehouse, from some showrooms without BBX there, without a gateway there, just put the phones on the internet and that your extensions. That means your extensions will be connected to the head office, to the main IPoffice remotely. To secure that phones, remote phones, use the Session Border Controller as a VPN list and for security. This is two kinds of use: to secure the SIP trunk, to secure any remote endpoints like a VPN list. I just finished the hardware part. Do you have any kind of questions in terms of hardware part and limitation? So I will, after that, I will jump to the mobility and soft phone and contact center. Can slides deck be shared afterward, please? Yes, please. You sure we will be able to? Thank you. Do you have any questions about what? Please go ahead. Open your microphone or chat. Can I continue?
Yeah, I think if there's no questions, Hamza, you can go ahead. As the questions come through in the chat, I'll try to address them as much as possible.
Yes, please continue.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Can everyone else, I think, just put a thumbs up if you can hear, or an okay in the chat?
We can hear. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
My voice was clear and my presentation was clear. The first part of capacity.
No, we lost you for a bit after you asked if we can go ahead.
Okay, but at least my presentation was clear and my voice was clear
Yes.
on the time of presentation. Okay, then let me continue. And by the way, this call is recorded and we can share this later for you if you would like to spend more time to understand all the capacity and features. Okay. Let me talk about the first part is which I talk already about it. It's the IP office capacity and editions. As you see, we have the full power to reach 150 user, 150 branch connecting together. We have the full power to reach up to 3,000 user hybrid on one single server. We have the full power in IP office to reach up to 1,000 plus rank to reach 500 voicemail port to reach 500 plus conference call, and with built-in call recording and mobility, just only one server and 2 or 3 kind of license. That's the power of what I talk in the beginning. The company, if the company looking to add employees in the future to connect between multiple branches, we can address all of that in the mid-market IP office solution. For the mobility, we have today Avaya iX Workplace. It's a soft phone, it's a mobile application and the PC application, which you can download it on your mobile, Android, iOS, or on your laptop. And you can use it as a normal extensions without having another IP phone or digital phone. Or on the same time, you can use the soft phone and the hard phone, both of them the same extension. It's up to the customer. If he would like to invest for soft phone and for hard phone, so he can use the soft phone when he outside the company, and he can use the hard phone when he is sitting in front of his desk. That's okay with us. But it's not mandatory. If you have a soft phone, you should have the hard phone. It's accepting any to have only hard phone or only soft phone or both of them under one extension. This soft phone will allow you to make audio call, external, internal between extension, video call between the internals. You can call anyone has the same soft phone or video phone. Even you can check the history, the contact, your personal contact or your directory company contact. You can add a favorite. You can integrate with your meetings, with your Outlook, so you can see all your calendar and the schedule of your meetings, the history. You can do chat with anyone has the same application. So you can do audio call, video call, presence chat, instant messaging, Outlook integration, directory integration, check all your host calls, receiving voice messages. If you are not ready to pick up the call, someone can leave you do point-to-point video call as a free. The license here is power user. And as I said, this soft phone This IX workplace will work only with preferred edition, Surfer edition, select edition, not essential edition. And as well as you can connect the Avaya IX workplace with a video conference to make multiple video concurrent video conference on the same time, depend on the video conference system. For example, if you have Avaya Econex video conference, that's quite a different session. Or if you have XT5000 with SMB9, which is mid-market at SMB product, to have up to 9 concurrent call on the same times. And if you get inquiry from one of your customer asking for a video conference up to 9 without meeting room, just he would like to say, I have a soft phone, I would like to do a meeting with my other staff up to 9. Everyone from the soft phone or from the hard phone. In that case, you can buy the Avaya Scopia XT desktop server without camera, and it will support up to 9 without any license, just one part number, Avaya XT desktop server, which will support up to 9 conference call, all of them on soft phone or hard phone like this. This Avaya Scopia XT server for IP Office, you can make conference call, audio or video up to 9. Some of them will join from camera, Avaya, or third-party camera, or laptop, or Avaya soft phone, or Avaya video, or Avaya audio phone, up to 9. Okay, that's the kind of built-in XT5000 server with IP Office. With same license, which is the power user, you can log in to web browser and use that web browser as your extensions to make an audio call, video call, presence chat, and instant messaging. In case there is no Avaya IX workplace on your laptop, you can use the Google Chrome, for example, to log into your extension and use the web as your extension with same license. With same license, which is the power user, it will enable the Meet Me audio conference for you. What's the feature of the Meet Me audio conference? There is a plugin on Outlook or a plugin on web browser. That plugin will allow you to add up to 64 extension or mobile, external or internal, and put the subject for that conference, put the host name, the location, and the date, and click schedule. The system, if you have emails for these 64, if you already configure emails for everyone, they will get a notification by email that you add them to the conference on that time, that bridge, and on a specific time, they will start getting call to join the conference. That means you can start schedule your audio conference by this plugin without adding any license, just by the power user license, which is the same license used for Avaya IX Workplace, for the same license using for the web browser. The same license will allow you to integrate with third-party desktop application. Today, most of the customer, they have Google Chrome, they are using Google Chrome, Google applications, Google Chrome applications, Office 365, Skype for Business, Outlook. So we can have our plugin on these applications, on Salesforce, on Outlook. This is the right plugin. So he can use this plugin to control his extensions. That means any incoming calls, he can just, without switching between the Outlook and Avaya IX Workplace, or without touching the hard phone, he can answer the calls, he can make the calls, he can check the history, he can control the Meet Me conference, he can access the directory of Outlook, click to call, or Salesforce, click to call, or Skype for Business, click to call. That means we allow the customer to use his third-party desktop application as an extension for Avaya. That's amazing feature, which not required an extra license. By the same power user license of the soft phone, the customer can use that. Okay, that's the power of Avaya IP Office mobility. When we compare our Avaya IP Office mobility with other brands, there is no brands compete as. When we say, Mr. Customer, our mobility license, which is one license, one server, can give you the Avaya soft phone on any kind of mobile, no matter what kind of operating system, on any kind of PC. And this license will allow you to do audio call, video call, integration with Outlook, to do video conference call, to be plugged in as with your desktop application, to allow you to enter from the web browser, to allow you to schedule your calls for Meet Me conference. This is an amazing feature and application, and you can build your RFP on depend on these features. On that time, other brands will go higher or will increase their servers, or they will the quotation will be more expensive. But with IP Office, just one license support all of that. Okay. Plus, we have another license. This license, web collaboration license. I will give you this web collaboration license will allow you to send a link to anyone. This link inside the company only. This link, if someone open this link, you can share with him presentation, whiteboard, storage, a remote desktop. You can share with him all of this, and you can number of attendees can be up to 64. That means you can send this link to 64 employee, if you are a manager, if you are a trainer, if you are a HR, to make a conference call audio, plus share presentation, share whiteboard. This can be used for small education organization, small companies. They are looking to do a conference call with presentation with audio only. But in terms of the customer ask to do that on field, you have the two options: to sell him the Avaya Econix server, the Avaya Scopia, the Avaya SMB, which I talk about them, or the Avaya Spaces, which we are today using it, the Avaya the Avaya collaboration, the Avaya Spaces on cloud, which will allow everyone to make conference call with up to 500 on the same time. Okay. And share with them whiteboard, desktop, presentation. Even you can upload files they can download from the same virtual room. Plus, with preferred edition and select edition and server edition, just by adding one license, the media manager, that will allow you to record all the incoming calls at any time. And the number of concurrent calls depend on the number of voicemail boards. Then if you have, for example, one licensed media manager and 10 voicemail boards, that means you can record concurrently 10 voice calls, internal or external. These applications will help you to eliminate the conflict, he said, she said, and it will record every agent call, or you can make a random, or you can enable the option of now to press something for the call. It can be automatic, or and you can use the web portal to search for the calls. Depend on the agent number, or depend on the caller ID, or depend on the length of the call, or depend on the date, on the time. You can filter and search for all the calls. Once you get the report, you can click to listen, click to send, click to save. This is web application to record all the voice calls. And by using the same server edition, by using the same select edition, or in preferred edition, by using the application server, the external server or external PC on preferred edition. I think until now, I have finished the part of telephony system with full capacity, the mobility, the high availability, the mobility, the call recording, and desktop integration. Do you have any question before jump to the contact center? Or at least someone to say, go ahead and continue.
It appears there aren't many questions, so please continue.
Okay. Again, this call recorded, and anytime you can have the file and time for more details. And if you have any question, I am here, Candice here, and the Avaya team there to support you for any kind of inquiry or design or even presentation. I will continue. Let me see the time first. We finished 1 hour. That's good. For contact center, today we have for mid-market and SMB customers coming with IB Office as a core, we have two kinds of contact center. Why we have two kinds of contact center? Because for the mid-market and SMB customer, we have two kinds of customers. We have small customer, basic customer, only looking for reporting, real-time recording, hand to group and greeting message with small budget. We have to address these kind of customers. Then we have to address two kind of customers instead of having only one advanced contact center, and this advanced contact center will be more expensive for small customers, for small businesses, for small budget. Then we have advanced contact center. The name is Avaya Contact Center Select, SCCS. We have a basic contact center, which is Avaya Call Reporting. That's the name. When I say basic, that means these features available with every contact center around the world, like reporting, full reporting, real time, dashboard, voice will be recorded, voice recording, maybe web chat only from the website to the agent, and basic IVR, I mean call flow, welcome to company XYZ, and waiting and announcement, and billing, which will give you the cost if there is an external calls, and the calls will be routed between, depend on the skills. And we have extra features which queue callback. We will talk about that. But if we come to the customer who is mid-market level or sometimes SMB, but he has a lot of business, million of business, and he take about the high availability, zero downtime. In that case, only the SCCS. If we come to the customer, he is looking to serve his customer by multi-channels. He wants to serve his customers by the voice, by the video, by the chat, by the website, by the email, by the SMS, by the fax, even by the social media. In that case, we are going to address the SCCS. If we come to the customer, ask for outbound campaign and dialer and this kind of stuff, then the SCCS will support that. If we come to the customer, is more IVR, serving customer through his IVR with advanced IVR. That means like what happened to the banking. When you call the bank and you can do some transactions, you can ask about your balance when you are on the IVR without talking to the human agent. That kind of integration between the IVR and customer database to get inquiries, to ask about something and get the answers, to do some transactions, that's the IVR integration, which only support by Avaya Contact Center Select. Finally, if we come to the customer, he is ready and open for integration. He has a CRM, he has a social media, he wants to make a full integration with his surrounding applications, with web portal. He asked you, I need a web browser, will handle everything. The agent will log into the one web browser to handle the audio call, the video call, the CRM integration, the pop screen, the click to call, the callback manager, all the other applications, which we are going to talk about them tomorrow, which under the Centrum applications. Then open integration, high availability, advanced IVR, WO for workforce optimization, select management, omni multi-channel, outbound campaign. We have to only sell Avaya Contact Center Select. Then we have two kind of requirement. Just depend on the customer needs, depend on the customer environment, depend on the customer applications and how he targeting to deploy them with Avaya Contact Center Select. You have to go with SCCS. But Basic contact centers, just reporting, recording, real-time, dashboard, call flow. ACR will be more enough. Okay, with ACR, we call them it's basic solution for small and low volume calls, but the number of agents, the number of users, you can reach up to 3,000. It's not limited. In SCCS, because this is very advanced, we can reach up to only 400 concurrent agents in one shift, but you can do a multiple shift. It's 1,000, okay? 1,200, shift, 400, 400, 400. And that's blended omni-channel, voice, email, chat, SMS, fax. And on both, with IBOFfice ACR or with IBOFfice Contact Center Select, we have two scenarios. If we come to the customer with preferred edition, he has IBOFfice 500 V2 plus the application server, we have to add another server for SCCS or for what? Or for Contact Center Select. But if we come to the customer of Server Edition or Select Edition, he already has a server for Server Edition and Select Edition and some gateways. In that case, we will not ask another server for application, because as I said before, the Server Edition and Select Edition with same server coming, the voicemail pro, the call recording, which I mean the application server coming blended with same server. In that case, we need to add only the server for SCCS or for the Avaya contact center for SCCS. But in this case, the SCCS or ACR will support multi-sites. With Select Edition, the one SCCS will support up to 150 sites, because Select Edition and Server Edition up to 32 sites. That's the kind of integration, and that's the kind of requirements in terms of server. Let me go one by one by the call reporting. Okay, for call reporting, as I said, if we have IBOFfice and we have preferred edition only, we have the application server, which will, then we will add the server for Avaya call reporting. Even if we have multiple IBOFfices, up to 32 sites, we will need only one ACR to support multiple IBOFfices. It's okay. But in terms of server edition, then we don't want the application server. We will remove it. We will have the ACR, and how many number of IBOFfices, no matter. Depend on server edition or select edition. This is the architecture. It's very simple. ACR with IBOFfice's preferred edition, or ACR with server edition or select edition. These kind of applications which going to be supported by the ACR. Call reporting, we are using the Hunt Group of voicemail pro of IBOFfice for the call flow, call recording, create to graph, web chat, desktop agent, real-time, queue callback. We will talk about them one by one. Standard reports, this license, one license, it will give you 60 report for 100 extension, one license only. That means you can get 60 standard reports for 100 extensions, for 100 agents by one license. You can increase another license to reach up to 200. Okay, standard reports, it is fixed reports from Avaya up to 60. Just go and open that report and print it, schedule, automatic to report. Plus, with same report, you can get the call cost. Okay, another license required only one per system, not per agent. It is the custom reports. Once you have this license, it will open for you the standard reports. That means you can customize your reports. Without custom reports, you cannot customize your standard reports. Just open the reports, print it, send it to printer, make schedule printing by daily basis, weekly basis, schedule sending to email by daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, and that's it with cost call. But with custom, that means you have the feature to custom the report, to select, to merge between many columns and build your report. Okay. Cradle to graph, it's free of charge, come with every standard reports or custom reports. It will give you the it will give you the customer journey. Every single transactions customer call and by duration, by the caller ID. For example, he spent 7 seconds on the waiting, on the auto attend, ringing, and when he talked to X agent, he spent with him 2 minutes. And on the right side, you can find a button to listen to the call. Once you click on that button, you can listen live to the call. We'll talk about the call recording again. Okay, this is cradle to grave بالعربي من المهدي إلى اللحد, to give you the full journey of customer call when he starts calling the company until he disconnect the call. Call recording, as I said, on the right side. In the call recording, on the right side, you have the button in the cradle to grave to listen to the call, to save the call, to download the call, the WAV file, to send it to the email, to add notes, even to snip the call, to take a part of the call, to divide the call to many parts. Okay, all the options you can do with call recording. And plus, as I said, we have in iBoffice call recording real time. This is the name license is real time. It will give you, it's supervisor license. It will give you a real time dashboard, wallboard for all the agents. Real time, it's per user. That means if you have a 5 agent, you have to duplicate, you have to buy 5 real time. It will give you real time dashboard and wallboard for the 5 agent, or depend on the number of license. You can have the full view of all agents live. You can listen to their call, see their status, change between them, disconnect them, transfer call to them. You have the full control of their groups, their channels, everything about that. Okay, plus with same license you can get a wallboard. Wallboard, that means you can customize your wallboard for the whole contact center with specific agents and whole, for example, here number of available agent, number of calls on the queue, number of login agent, number of calls who is in don't disturb, missed calls, everything. This is a wallboard. You can use it on the wall, in the screen, or by any laptop. Another license under name agent desktop. If you would like the agent to have some dashboards for him, this is the license. Okay, just dashboard, nothing. This is like a dashboard for the agent. It is not mandatory, but this is like a dashboard for the agent. If you would like the agent to have on his desktop dashboard to see what happening in the call center, depend to related to him or to the whole call center. But we have a voice agent bundle. This is one license. It will come with built-in the real time and the agent desktop, plus scale-based routing, plus queue callback. That means the one license of voice agent bundle, it will give you the real time for supervisor, wallboard for the supervisor, agent desktop, plus the agent can log into the web portal and handle the calls to the same web portal, make calls, check his wallboards, check the history by using web portal. Plus, on top of that, this license voice agent bundle will enable the routing the calls between the agents depend on the skills. That's another feature of the voice bundle agent. Plus, it will enable the feature of queue callback. That means if customer calling the ACR on the queue, if all the agents are busy, we will give him an option. Please click, for example, 2, and we will call you back. And the ACR will call him back automatically when the agent is free. That's the 4 features of voice agent bundle: real time and wallboard for supervisor, agent desktop, dashboard for agent, and plus web portal for agent to handle the calls and wallboards, plus scale-based routing, plus queue callback. Then the name is voice agent. That means voice bundle agent. Okay. We have an extra, not mandatory license. It is multi-channel agent, which will support the web chat only. That means we can activate the web chat on customer portal, on customer website. So the customer visiting the website, they can start chatting with agent, and the agent will reply to him, will chat to their chat from his web interface. That means the multi-channel agent required voice agent. It's mandatory. You cannot sell a multi-channel agent without voice agent. Okay, it's mandatory for both of them. Plus, on the cradle to grave, as I explained before, there is another report for the chatting. That means the cradle to grave will also report for you every chat, how much time spent on every single transactions. And even you can click on the message, you can see as a supervisor, you can see all the messages done between the agent and the customer as a history for you, as a storage for you. This will be a part of cradle to grave if you activate the web chat. Do you have any question about the Avaya call reporting before jump to the advanced Avaya contact center select? Someone say go ahead to continue.
You go ahead.
Thank you. With Avaya Advanced Contact Center Select, this kind of contact center will be addressed the advanced customer, maybe the big mid-market customers, maybe the customers who is serving his customers in multiple channels, for the customers who is looking to engage with his customer during multiple channels, and for the customers who is looking to integrate between this contact center and his back-end database, for the customers who is looking to integrate with social media, for the customers who's taking care about the downtime, looking for high availability. This is the contact center select. Then in the contact center select, the customers can reach to the agent by the website, by the social media, by the email, by the call, by SMS or fax, and even the customer contact center select support outbound calls to do campaign. Okay, plus the ACCS can reach up to 400 agent and 80 supervisor on the same time, concurrent, plus blended multi-channel starting from voice, video, email, chat, SMS, fax, plus full high availability, plus full reporting with custom option, plus advanced IVR, we will talk about that, plus routing skills and outbound web services. The important information here, and the good thing with ACCS, when you buy the main license, of base ACCS, the base license, only one license, Avaya will give you 10 voice agent free. Avaya will give you one multi-channel license free, which will support voice, email, chat, SMS, fax, one channel, multi-channel free. Avaya will give you the full reporting for this 10 agent free, the call recording for this 10 agent free. Avaya will give you the voicemail boards for 10 agents free. Avaya will give you the scale-based routing free, the real-time, the dashboard free, and even the outbound campaign free. That means with one single license, Avaya based contact center select, you will get free of charge 10 voice agent, one multi-channel, recording, reporting, real-time, scale-based routing, outbound campaign, 10 voicemail boards free, media manager of IP Office 500 V2, the media manager, the recording license free. Then as a partner, you have to take care about the only if the customer asks for more than 10 voice agent, or only more than one multi-channel agent, or more than one supervisor, because one supervisor will come as a free. Then in the BOQ, if the customer asking for more than 10 agent voice, or more than one multi-channel, or more than one supervisor, these kind of license you have to add them to the BOQ. But there is no license for recording free. It will come free, depend on the number of agents. Even if you have 400 agents, Avaya will give you 400 voicemail boards with full call recording, with free reporting, with free scale-based routing, with free real-time and dashboard and outbound campaign. That means the only license required here for ACCS, the base, the agent voice more than 10, the multi-channel more than 1, the supervisor more than 1. But there is no license for reporting, for recording, for the voicemail boards, for the media manager, for the real-time, for the scale-based routing, for the outbound campaign like in ACR. Okay? That's very amazing, and it will support even small customers. If you go to the small customer who has only less than 10 agents, that means he have to buy only one license, the base license, but everything will come free. But in terms of the customer asking for 20, 30, the cost will start there. But in terms of the customer up to 10 agents, this is very affordable contact center in the market in terms of the features. Ready for high availability, full omni-channel, open for integration, social media, and multi-channel. Okay, then the Avaya Contact Center Select as an agent, we can handle the calls from the end users. We can handle in multiple channels: voice, instant messaging, SMS, social media, email, web chat, even preview and progressive, outbound, and open queue. Okay. Then we are talking about the powerful open interface, which will enable the web communication, the email, the campaign. We'll talk about the CRM integration, the CTI desktop integration, the user provisioning, which is open interface. To add, we'll talk about that, about the agent interface, host data exchange, and open queue to receive calls even from different PBX. We have a license for that open queue to receive calls from different PBX, ready for database access and real-time statistics. It's powerful open interface, and it's why we call that advanced contact center. We have two kind of interface for the agent. We have a desktop agent interface, which is graphical user interface, which will handle all the channels: voice, email, chat, SMS, social media, CRM integration, pub screen, callback. Everything will be blended with this interface, plus the customer history, plus the control, plus the offsite agent support, plus consultation, plus the pub screen, and plus it will come with embedded soft phone. That means he are going to use this desktop integration for everything, starting from email, voice, until the pub screen and callback and other features. This is why we call advanced contact center. Even the Avaya Centrum application, which we are going to talk about them tomorrow, it will be as a part of that. Flexible to agent to work from home. This is the interface for email. He can use the web interface to log in. We'll talk about that. Social media integrate. All the chat, all the feedbacks coming from the social media, it will come to the same interface. Okay. A single web-based administration and supervisor portal. It's not multiple tools. It's one only. Even the supervisor can listen to the call through the chat, observe, and barge in. He can listen to the calls, and he can see what the agent doing in his desktop interface. Okay, even the calls between the incoming calls between the agents will be routing and distribute between them, depend on the scales. And even the best agent to handle the call not available, it will go to the backup agent, and to the backup agent with all the details. So the backup agent will get pop screen to see all the details about the previous call, about this customer. So he will handle the call as he is the first agent answer this customer. Okay, this is free. Even the call recording, which I talk in IB Office with Media Manager, it come free. Even the unified reporting, 60 standard reports with custom reports. You can do filter, and report creation wizard, enable customization and data combination. And you can get these reports by email notification, and you can customize report sharing using report group folders. So many things you can do with this engine, okay? And it's free without adding license, okay? These are the extra license. If you would like to create reports from external database and add them, amend them to your report only. But if you are satisfied with Avaya reporting format templates, no need for this license. Okay, real time and dashboard, it's free as well. You can check live, monitor live, everything happening in the Avaya contact center. Select in terms of number of calls, agent free, not free, ideal, how much time. Even with colors of indications, you can configure these colors to indicate for some errors. For example, you can indicate the red color if the number of waiting calls more than 10, for example, or if the agent spent more than 10 minutes in every call, there is a blue color or yellow color will come. You can configure these colors as indications for you as a supervisor to indicate for something you have to take care about that. Okay. Even there is a built-in tool which is outbound campaign. It's free tool. You can use build campaign and to call customer automatically, and they can listen for campaign, and you can collect all this campaign in one report. Even you can send this campaign, send these reports to third party application or third party database. You can use this tool to configure a campaign, and depend on the time, you can schedule that campaign. So the Avaya Contact Center Select will dial these customers auto or manual delayed, depend on your configuration. It's real-time progress and result, and allow third-party access to this campaign if there is a CRM needs to synchronize with all these campaigns. As well as I said, another interface for the agent, it's the web browser. We name that Workspace. Workspace, it's web browser. We can amend, we can allow the agent to use web interface to handle the calls, to email, chat, SMS, fax. Even he can personalize his desktop with voice, email, web chat. Even he can add custom widgets. He can add his company widgets to the same web portal, as well as we can add on top of this portal the pub screen, the CRM integration, the Avaya Centrum application, which we are going to talk about them tomorrow, the callback manager, the SMS integration, the social media integration, the chatbot. It is fully Workspace as a one single interface for the agent, with alerts, notifications, and dial pad he can use to dial and call, with full customer interaction, one click to access for every application, with full customer details coming from the CRM. That means the agent no need to switch between this portal and the CRM or ticketing system or appointment system. One portal to handle all the customer details and customer interaction details. Even it will give the agent status and customer history once the call come. It's one place, one workspace, one web portal to be managed by the agent, and he going to use it daily basis for his contact center, for his CRM, for his customer details, for making calls, receiving email, chat, SMS, social media. He will not go to the social media to reply to the customer. He will use the same portal to reply to customers, starting chatting with him from the social media, all in one workspace, in one portal. Plus, the Avaya Contact Center Select coming with built-in feature, which is co-browsing, snap-in. That means if our customer searching in your website and he is stuck in somewhere and call you, you can send him a link. That means you can help him to browse his company website. That's the feature of co-browsing and snap-in. That means if I am a customer stuck in somewhere in the website, or I cannot do some transaction on website, I will call the Avaya Contact Center Select through the chat or call or social media. They will send me a link through that chat. Once I accept, the agent will help me to browse the company from my laptop. So he will help me how to finish the transaction, how to finish something, how to search on something on my browser. This is called co-browsing, okay, with SSL. The IVR, we have a built-in free IVR, which is using the voicemail Pro. That's free. And number of voicemail boards coming free depend on the number of agents. But